Hey there everybody, this is John Stoffer here to bring you another tech tip from Streamingteacher.com. Today we're going to go over the 5 steps you should take when getting ready for Mastercam. When you install a new version of Mastercam, it's always good to make sure your system is ready to go before taking the time to download and install the software. A lot of the steps that we'll go over today are just general computer prep work, but it's good to go over it. The first step is to make sure that you meet the system requirements for Mastercam. So here are the requirements, and you'll notice that there are 2 columns, one for recommended and one for minimum. While you can get away with the minimum requirements, we think it's much better to at least get to the recommended specs. This will improve your programming experience quite a bit. I always approach hardware from the perspective that computers are cheap compared to human time. If you're working in a professional setting, a nice computer will pay itself off in no time. The only requirement on this list that I wouldn't be too concerned about is the screen resolution. Any half-decent monitor should be fine, but we do recommend a dual monitor system. It's much more efficient for working in a machine shop environment. One thing that you will definitely need is a graphics card. We often see people trying to use Mastercam without having a discrete graphics card, and this simply doesn't work for modern versions of Mastercam. Using CPU graphics, often referred to as onboard graphics, isn't supported by Mastercam. Without a discrete graphics card, you will most likely experience issues using some functions in Mastercam, as well as slower generation speeds and difficulty using solid modeling. To make sure that you have a graphics card, you can open the Start menu by clicking in the lower left-hand corner here, and we're going to type in Device Manager. We'll go ahead and click on Device Manager, and when that opens, you'll see this tree here, and if it's collapsed, then just click that little arrow to open it. And you're looking for display adapters. Notice here that I have an Intel UHD graphics and a Radeon 530 graphics. What this means is I have a discrete graphics card, that's the Radeon, and then here the Intel UHD, this is onboard graphics. So Mastercam only supports this discrete graphics card here. Your computer will either have one or the other, or it will have both like this. If you don't know which one you have, you can just use your favorite search engine to search the names of each of these and see if it comes up with a discrete graphics card or is said that it's part of onboard graphics. If you have both of these options showing up, then there's another step that you should take, and we're going to link to that in the description below. The next step in getting ready for Mastercam is to make sure your Windows settings are up to date. As noted in the system requirements, you can use Windows 7, Windows 8.1, or Windows 10 for Mastercam, but we recommend working with Windows 10 Pro. I'll show you how to make sure your Windows settings are up to date in Windows 10. First, open the Start menu, and then we're going to type in the word Update. At the top of the list, we'll see Check for Updates. Clicking on that will bring you to the Windows Updates page. If updates already show as available, make sure to download and install those updates. If nothing is showing, do a manual check. If you do install any updates, reboot your computer and do another manual check. Windows can't always install all available updates in one shot. Continue doing this until there are no updates left. It's also a good idea to check your Windows version at this point. The version is different than the operating system. When I say version, I'm not referring to the difference between Windows 7 and Windows 10. I'm referring to a specific version of Windows 10. So to do that, we're going to click the Start button, and we're going to type in WinVer, W-I-N-V-E-R. This is a direct command for Windows to run. Hit Enter, and we'll get this pop-up window here. You're going to be concerned with the second line here that says version and then a number before the parentheses. You can use your favorite search engine to see if that's the current version of Windows. If not, you should get updated to the latest version of Windows. Typically, running the check for updates should bring you up to the latest version, but sometimes this doesn't work correctly. If you've run the check for updates and you're still on an older version of Windows, check the link in the description below for info on getting your copy of Windows 10 up to the latest version. Next on our list is graphics card drivers. It's generally best practice to run with the latest graphics drivers that are available for your graphics card. There's too many variables involved with graphics cards, so I won't be able to give specific instructions here. Your best bet is to get your graphics card updates through your graphics card interface if it has one. If not, then find the brand and model of your graphics card, go to the website for that brand, and find the latest drivers for that specific model. If you have an IT department, they can typically help with this kind of update. If you don't have access to an IT department, then there's a lot of resources that are available online to get your gear up to date. At this point, it would be good to create a restore point. Restore points are markers for Windows to revert to previous versions of drivers in case there are issues with new drivers or programs on the system. Creating a restore point is simple. Again, we're going to open the Start menu. We're going to type in restore point. And here we'll get an option for create a restore point. Once this window pops up, we're going to click this button for create. And in this window here, we're going to type in a name. I would call this before Mastercam installation. We don't need to worry about a date or a time because that information will automatically get tied to this restore point and you'll be able to see it in the window if you do have to restore to a restore point. Then we click create. It'll create that point and you'll get a confirmation window saying that that point has been created. The last thing to cover here is licensing. If this is the first installation of Mastercam on this computer, then you'll need to handle your licensing a little differently. We have videos coming to cover these licensing options, and if these videos are available, then there will be links in the description below for each licensing type. If a previous version of Mastercam has already been installed on this computer, then you can check your maintenance expiration date using another version of Mastercam. For this example, I'll be using Mastercam 2020. But if you're using Mastercam 2017 or later, then click on File, we'll go down to Help, and over here on this side of the screen, you'll see a maintenance expires date. That's the date that you need to be concerned about. As long as that date is on or after May 31st, 2020, then you can run Mastercam 2021. At this point, you can go on to our installation video and get started with 2021. If the date is before May 31st, 2020, Mastercam 2021 will not run. At this point, either your maintenance has expired or you have not run your updated licensing codes. If your maintenance has expired, contact your local Mastercam reseller to get your maintenance back on track. If you've already renewed your maintenance, then you'll have to run your new licensing codes. Your Mastercam reseller should have emailed you the necessary files along with a set of instructions for updating those codes. But if you have any trouble getting those codes updated, you can always contact your local Mastercam reseller for assistance. For Mastercam versions older than 2017, we recommend getting in touch with your local Mastercam reseller to verify your maintenance expiration date. At this point, your system is ready to install the new version of Mastercam. Make sure to check out our installation video and migration wizard videos for more information on getting Mastercam running great on your system. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube, then go on over to streamingteacher.com for more great Mastercam training content like this.